Let's pull from your muscle and cerebral memory what we need for today's class. We'll be standing at the back of the tower doing arm work and maybe a little bit on the carriage as well. So you'll have your regular handles handy and get your Arcus Bar as well. We'll get warmed up on the floor today. Uncross, let's lock this in. Look straight ahead of you, eyes open. Look down your cheeks, eyes open. Relax your shoulders and close your eyes. Release it, move around just a little bit, and let's get started. Step to the very back of your mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, drop your chin and walk down the legs onto the mat, toward the front of it, and into the down face dog where you have all 10 toes equally on the floor. Breathe here and exhale, press back into your hips and heels, holding that nice stretch. Then lift your heels, bend your knees so that it starts to tuck your pelvis. Look at your navel, and we're in a cat, sort of a standing dog cat. And then let's press the hips back, heels drop. Breathe again as you exhale, lift the heels. Start to tuck the pelvis by bending your knees, curving the spine. Take it down a little lower this time. Holding, breathing, and then slowly start to straighten the legs. Drop the heels and press back. Breathe in, and as you exhale, lift your heels again. This time we'll take it all the way to the floor in a nice, slow, steady cat. Letting the orientation of your hips actually tuck your pelvis. And when you land, you're in a cat. Breathe here, you uncurl the toes, and as you exhale, drop into an old cow position. Softening the elbows a little and looking up. Scoop your belly and let that motivate you. Up, up, up into the cat again. Breathing, holding at the top, and then let it drop into the old cow again. And look up. Come back to the middle. Both palms move forward one step. Breathe and the torso goes forward. And exhale, press back. Do this again. Inhale, forward. And exhale, press back. Sliding forward, the sits bones come together a little. Pressing back, they widen apart. We'll do one more articulation in your sacroiliac joint. And hold back here for a moment. Just drop the chest. And then let's come back up. And leave your hands where they are and move the knees back just a little bit more. Let's address some arm muscles. Breathe in and draw the hips forward, centering the shoulders over your wrists. You're in your core and you feel neutral, shoulders down and back. Lift your right leg and flex through the heel. Just lengthening out here. Breathing, so the leg is parallel to the floor more or less. You've got a slight tuck in your pelvis to hold neutral. And then let's put that one down. Let's do the other one, just kind of prepping here. Extend your left leg, flex hard through the heel as if you're trying to push away from the head. And your pelvis is slightly tucked to keep you neutral. And then put that knee down. This time, dig your right toes in. Then your left toes in. So we're in a plank. Breathe here as you exhale. Dip the elbows down just a little, a few centimeters, and then back up. You're in a perfectly neutral line. Glutes are squeezing, and take it back up. Try not to pop those elbows. Down you go, breathing, and up. Last time. Up to a plank. Drop the knees. Press back, hips to heels, and just hold here again. The knees can go wide and drop the chest. If you need to roll your wrists around or your shoulders move, that's fine. You're breathing. Let's walk out onto the side facing the camera. And I'd like to just kind of open up through the shoulder and work it a little bit too. So let's go into a side bend. Okay, this is a side plank. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Make sure that your palm is away from your shoulder so that when you come up,
Your shoulder is over your wrist. Top foot turns toward the camera. Squeeze your glutes and zip into a side plank. The arm goes up and the arm touches your side. Let's add a little lift with your obliques here, banana. Banana down. And breathe and lift. And down, we'll do one more. Just stabilizing with that shoulder. Now come to a plank. Bend both knees and straighten them. Okay. Just a couple more. Last time. Good, then sit with control. Sit up and roll out what you need to. Let's do the other side. So flip. Get yourself lined up. You feel neutral. From your feet, low hip, back of the head in palm. And toes turn toward the camera and breathe. As you exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift into a side plank. Just to start, the arm goes up and it touches your side. You want to add on, you do a banana and banana down. So we're truly stabilizing with that low shoulder. And down. Just a couple of more here. Banana down. Last time. And then come to a side plank. Bend both knees and straighten. And breathe. And exhale. This comes from the glutes. Bend and straighten one more time. And exhale here. Sit with control. Sit up and roll out what you need to. Let's come to all fours. Dig your toes in, pop the hips up again, press back, separate your feet about mat width apart. And let's draw a big circle with the whole torso. And push way back over the heels. Come forward over the shoulders. One more circle this way. And let's reverse it. Breathing and exhaling as you go. And a couple more. And last little circle here, just stir in the pot. All four joints there, shoulders and hips. And hold that nice stretch. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Up your legs you go. Articulate your spine to the top. So you pick the eye bolt that's nearest your shoulder and go one up. Okay. You'll grasp your handles. And roll your shoulders down and back. You'll be gauging this by if this goes into your neck or not. We want to stay at a slight lean backward, though you're in neutral. You're in Pilates V, squeeze your glutes and scoop tight as you press the arms straight to your sides and float them up. Now, your cues will be if you've got undue pressure in your toes, you'll need to come up toward the tower a little bit. And if there's anything going on in your neck, same thing. Your palms are open, your chest is wide, so are the collarbones. You're feeling triceps, rear deltoids, rhomboids, even a little bit of lat here. Scoop tight, nothing goes on in the torso except your core, and we'll do two more. Press. And one more, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Now, slowly lift your heels. They don't have to go up to a ballerina point, just a little off the floor. If the heels can stay together, great. Look over your right shoulder. Scoop tight, back to center, look over your left. Arms are stable in place, back to center. Drop the heels and float the arms to a rest position. And then roll your shoulders and your neck around if you need to. Step in a little bit closer. Let's work with a short lever. Or figure out where you need to be working. So your elbows tuck in towards your sides. Again, you're in Pilates V. You're scooping, squeezing the glutes. Shoulders down and back as you press straight down to your sides. Leave your elbows tucked in and bend them. Figure out if that's a good tension for you. And do it again. And release. What you feel triceps, there's a little pause back there. and release. Your belly is scooped. Chest is wide with the rib cage closed, so we're not thrusting out. And palms are wide open. A couple of more like this. And last time, and hold. Now float the heels up again. If they're touching, that's great. It makes you a little more stable, like one big leg. Look over your left shoulder this time. Back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Lower the heels and release the arms. Give them a little roll out. Take a big step away. You can usually handle a lot more tension with the more anterior muscles, your biceps, pectorals, and front deltoids. All right, flip the wrists so that they're facing upward, and use as light of a grip as you can. We don't want to be squeezing the handles. Shoulders are down and back. You can separate the feet just a little. Soften the knees. We're not squatting, but they shouldn't be locked. And then press back. Elbows go behind, and then they extend out at about shoulder height. And then pull back. Now gauge yourself. You're in a slight lean back a few degrees. If there's weight pressing into your toes, try to adjust that and feel more stable on the entire foot. And do that again. Shoulders down and back, chest wide, but the ribs don't thrust out. You've got your glutes active. Even the inner and outer thighs are holding. Scoop tight as you go, exhaling. Let's go for a couple of more. Pull. And last time, pull and hold. We'll add some tiny pulses here. These are more squeezes in your biceps, triceps, than just bending the elbows. So you're really pressing and contracting these muscles. Check your neck, scoop tight. A couple of more like this, little movements. Last time, arms go out in front. Release that. You can even step away for a moment and just address your neck, whatever you need to. Let's work in a higher register. So you'll step back again. Again, gauge this if you need to come closer. Shoulders are down and back, elbows start high, and they stay high as you bend and straighten. Now, the thing to watch for is compressing toward your sternum bone. So I would make the hands a little wider than the shoulders. Your knees are soft. We're not really squatting, but they're certainly not locked. Your glutes are holding stable, upper leg muscles too. You're exhaling on your exertion. Keep your elbows high and pull. Just a couple more. And last time, hold, hold, hold. All right, elbows at shoulder height, tiny pulses here. Chest wide, collarbone wide. Scoop your belly in a perma lean, just a few degrees. Elbows, check them. 3, 2, 1, and hold, hold, hold. Release. Roll the shoulders around just a little bit. Straighten your elbows, twist the arms, do what you need to do. Step back a little bit more. We're going to add a squat. This time we're in a hammer curl position, so the palms face each other, and you will need to get a good grip here. All right, shoulders down and back. We're going to squat, but the spine is, sense that it's going up and down a wall instead of dipping forward or hinging. And you'll pull, elbows in toward the sides, and then it's almost as if you could let the springs assist you up, but your glutes are squeezing, upper legs too, your knees are tracking out over the toes. And sit back without poking your butt and glide back up that wall. Shoulders squeeze back there. Sit and up. So the knees don't cave in toward the center. Real strong squat here. A real strong squeeze back up to the top. 2 more. And last time. Good. Bring it back up. Stay where you are, but just kind of release for a moment. Now bring your feet together. Shoulders are down and back. Same position, the hammer curl. This time, shift your weight to your left foot. As you drop, I want you to almost knee to knee, extend your right leg. Squeeze your left glute to come back up, put the foot down and change sides. You don't have to go far, especially if there are any knee issues here. And squeeze it back up. Try not to pop your knee to get up. That work actually, sense that it comes from your glute and your inner thigh, outer thigh, right up there at the top. And change. My knees are together, insides touching, and release. We'll do a couple more. Scoop tight, spine still going up and down that wall, and chest wide. One more each way. Last time. And press. Come up. Walk toward the tower so you can release the handles. You need to gauge for your proportions where you are should be standing. It's different for everyone. All right, I'm in Pilates V. And with the arms raised up to just above shoulder height, they're out to the sides, go into a lean. If you feel supported and not having to wiggle around to hold this too much, I'm going to inch forward a little. There, I've found it. 1 centimeter made a difference. Breathe here, and as you exhale, a snow angel. The arms drop. There's tension the whole time, and they go to side, up and down, to the sides. Like we're making 2 parentheses.
Okay.
There you go. So, a snow angel, sides, lateral movement through your shoulders. And you're in a permaline, glutes active. To challenge, keep going, but lift the heels. And shoulders drop as the arms go up. They only go up a little higher than your head. You're in a perfect plank position. And we'll do a couple of more. Heels up if possible. Last time. Good, drop the heels. Take a tiny break and roll your shoulders around. Good, let's work in this lateral frontal plane again. We'll be hugging a tree this time. All right, arms out to the side, sort of in a V at the bottom. And then they'll raise up. Lean into it. Find your balance there. And then hug that tree. If the springs are pulling you back, you need to step back toward the tower a little. And squeeze and hug that tree, elbows soft. Think of hugging a very large tree. And the fingers can even touch there in the middle. The deal is that your shoulders stay wide. You're breathing as you expand, exhaling as you pull. Now to challenge, keep going, but lift the heels. You may have to adjust a little. I did. And now I can hold it. And I'm leaning into hugging, holding the lean exact when I open. And hug that tree. Woo, with some work. And still adjusting. I think I finally found it. Exhale, pull. So we're not bobbing back and forth. 2 more. Shoulders fixed. Pecs really working here. Last one. Good. Drop the heels and roll your shoulders and neck around a little. Let's take that into a slightly different plane. So the elbows start bent and we'll thrust them out in front here about shoulder height, go into your lean. Let's make 2 circles parallel to the floor now. And what's happening is that the shoulders are perfectly stable, but we can feel rhomboids squeezing in the back position and pecs and front deltoids, biceps working in the frontal position. There are 2 complete circles. You're breathing, shoulders pulled way away from the ears. You want to challenge, lift the heels a little. And scoop tight, squeeze your glutes. We're staying stable. Try not to bob back and forth with your entire body. Now, wherever you are, hold and reverse. And out in front. So they go straight out of the shoulders instead of pressing in toward midline. Then they circle to midline and go wide. And good, scoop tight, stable as possible. Heels up if you can. Just a few more. You can drop the heels if you need to. Breathe in. Last one. And good, let's release, move around a little bit, shake your head. Let's do a little swimming. We'll start with a dog paddle first. All right, so lean out, the arms come up to about shoulder height, and we're going to start dog paddling, okay? The torso is completely stable. We're feeling the mechanics of the movement here in biceps, triceps, rear deltoids, front deltoids. So the shoulders are super stable. Those are the muscles under your sides and across your mid-back, holding them. We feel muscles across your mid-back. Those are your lats. They're helping stabilize. Now, let's get a little more assertive, extending the arm out. So we're growing this stroke. You're breathing, still stable in a perfect lean. And now as you swim, start to turn your torso slightly side to side, as if you were actually in the water. And you feel now muscles through the obliques. You're rotating at the waist. It doesn't have to be a huge rotation, but you can certainly feel it. You want to add on, you lift your heels and keep going. And you're turning slightly. Your glutes are stabilizing the legs. And you're inhaling and exhaling. Try not to come off that axis by bobbing the entire torso and body back and forth. Staying in that lean. Just a couple more, stretching out, turning, and last little set here. Good. And drop back. Roll your shoulders, shake your little head, kick around if you need to. Let's do a butterfly. Your feet are together. You can be in a little tiny Pilates V. Your arms are out in a V to your sides, a low V, like this to start. You're going to lean a little bit, so find where you're supported. The arm toward the camera goes up toward the ceiling. The other one is going to press slightly behind your glutes. There's tension on both, but you feel the top arm more. Let's change. So as they go through the middle, the tension evens out, and your other arm goes up, and the one toward the camera is behind the glutes. So it's as if you're holding a pole between your two hands, and you're moving that pole, stays equidistant the whole time. We're feeling chest, front deltoids, biceps, triceps stabilizing. Make sure that your neck is neutral. And if you want to challenge, you come up onto your heels, and we'll do a few more. And stay stable, heels together if possible. Tension on both springs, even though you'll feel the one up a little bit more. And good, one more each way. All right, and then drop. Roll your shoulders around a little bit, shake your head, wiggle, that does feel good. I want to kick this one upstairs. All right, try it. It's called the bat. It starts with a butterfly. You can watch if you need to. I'm in a lean. I am going to turn. Little, tiny, ballerina kind of turn on the balls of my feet. I'm finally facing the back. The springs are crossed, and I'll press away 3 times. I'm up on my balls of the feet. As I return, I'm taking tiny little ballerina steps back. The arm that started high is going to stay high. The one that started low is going to stay low. And I drop. You want to watch? Good, make your turn. Good. Tiny little steps. And then as the, yes, press back 3 times. See if you can be up on the balls of your feet. And then return. Good, tiny little ballerina steps. Your left arm stays low. Right arm stays high. Good, drop the heels. And let's do the other side. Try one each way. Here we go. Arm up, the other one behind. Now slowly you'll turn away and in toward the back of the machine. So it's like that top arm helps you turn. You're up on the balls of the feet if possible. Springs crossed. Press back 3 times. Shoulders down. One more time. Good, keep tension on the springs. And the arm that was up originally starts up toward the ceiling again, pressing into it. The other arm is down. And then release. Shake it out. Nice. Okay. Let's trade out your handles for your Arcus Bar. You could go up higher. I would say top eye bolt on the vertical tower. All right, so you're holding mid humps with a flat palm. Okay? Shoulders are down and back. Go into a bit of a lean. All right, so you've got this nice glute action going on, scooping. Now press the bar straight down in front of you and lift your left knee. See if you can touch it to the center hump. And then keep that lean and return. Let's try the other side. Scoop tight. As you press straight down, lift your right knee. See if you can make a little contact. Keep your lean, glute is active. Every muscle working. And return. Let's do one more each way. Beautiful. And a lot of work in the shoulder muscles just to stabilize them. And we'll do one more. Good. Give it a touch. And back. Take a tiny break. Roll your shoulders around. Your right foot turns out slightly. Your left foot drops forward in a lunge. All right. So the toes face forward. You might sense that you need to adjust. Shoulders are down and back. Go into a lean. So from your back heel to the hands is in one straight line. Arms stay straight as you press down, down, down. And then we'll slowly retrace that. So we've got compression blocking the elbows, shoulders, and wrists with all the supporting muscles to help that. If you need to soften your elbows just a little, that's fine. Also, the fingers are open, so they're not gripping the bar. And I'm holding that lean, back glute, super squeezing. As the arms go up, you're feeling ribs closed, belly stays scooped, and we'll do one more. Keep breathing. Arms go up. Step back. Shake it out a little bit. Let's change it up for this next one. So your left foot is turned out a bit. Lunge forward on your right, toes face forward. The arms float up. Now squeeze that back glute. That's a real stabilizer there. Sense that you're in one long diagonal line. The elbows stay up. And we're going to bend them and straighten them. So we've shortened the lever. Oops, keep your elbows high. Take the arms all the way up. Hold. Simply bend the elbows here. Now straighten them out. Good. And press out. It's really good for the lats here. And press. Scoop tight. Palms are open. And I've got a lot of glute working to stabilize. The back of my neck is relaxed and long. A couple more. Last time. Good. Bring it back. Roll your shoulders. Shake your little head. Good. And then step forward. Just to open out. Shoulders are wide. Hands wide. Just breathing into this. Good. Just getting a stretch.
Oh.
All right, stay in that position. The bar exactly where it is. I want you to turn toward the camera. Use your obliques. And back. Okay. Turn the other way. Holding the ring. Shoulders wide. And turn again. Use your obliques here.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice opener.
It sure is. Great opener. Keep turning. Okay, turn as if you're a corkscrew. Breathing and exhaling. A lot of oblique work here and lats. Bottom of the bottom part of your traps. Oh, good. When you're ready, let's do one more with the Arcus, but flip it. So that it's in this position. So I'm holding pretty much mid-hump, maybe a little wider, and I'm leaning back. Take your right arm and run it up toward the ceiling. That's going to put the left arm low and bow out. So we're in a banana stretch. See if you can get the ear and the bicep lined up. You're breathing. And then pull in just a little bit with your biceps here. And release. And pull in. A couple of more. Just into that lean, into that stretch. And then correct back to center. We'll do the other side, just a couple. And start to turn. Into a banana you go. And then a few little bicep curls here. And over. So we're trying to open up as we work. Breathing. A couple of more. Last time. Good. Extend the arms out and turn to center. Roll your shoulders around a little. And then we'll do one more on the inside. Your left foot is forward in a little bit of a lunge. And I'm pressing into the hump, the indentions here. I want you to just take it down to your right. Good. So my arms are straight. And I'm breathing. Holding stable. As if you're paddling a canoe. Take this back to the center and up. Turn to the left, drop it down onto a diagonal. This is real slow, as if you're paddling a canoe. Slowly bring it back up to the top again. And again, turn. So you're feeling obliques, feeling arms. Paddle your canoe. Take the arms up, holding that lean. And again, shoulders super stable, arms, lats. rhomboids. You can feel this into serratus too. We'll do one more each way. Stay with it. Good, slow, steady, and easy. And last time here. Drop it down, hold the rotation for a moment, and then start your paddle. Back up to the top, take a step back, and there you are, just getting that out a little bit. Finish out with a little stretch on the carriage. Come down onto your knees with your the tops of your feet instead of curling the toes under. And walk yourself out to the tubes. Hold it about shoulder height and just let the springs pull you back. The knees come up under the hips, but no farther. We don't want to drop into the well. So we're just, essentially doing a horizontal hang here. Chest is parallel to the floor. Sit your hips down. Keep your chest where it is and curl into a little kneeling cat here. So the pelvis and chin are tucked. And then slowly the hips come up again. The knees go under the hips and stop. And you're breathing and just getting that nice hang in your chest and the armpits, biceps, triceps, relax your neck. And then start to sit, tuck the pelvis, tuck your chin, and curl into a little cat. Good, come up, put your hands on the wood rails, walk yourself back to the bumper. And come off. Let's put this into your whole brain, focusing on arms and chest, points in between, a lot of stability with other parts of the body as the arms and chest really work. We'll put this into muscle and cerebral memory for the next time we meet. Uncross, lock it in. Look straight ahead of you, eyes open. Look down your cheeks, eyes open. Relax your shoulders and close your eyes. Release that, move around just a little. Here's your class today.